guys, we're here for the UFC 146 predictions. Let's first start off with saying that this is basically a bunch of heavyweights. Pretty much the whole card, the whole card is heavyweight, at least the main card is heavyweights. So a bunch of knockouts. We're supposed to see maybe some submissions in there, but it should be a night full of good fun in mixed martial arts. But so let's first start off with Stefan Struve versus LeVar Johnson. Well, as you know, Struve was going to go against Mark Hunt, but Mark Hunt, I believe, tore ACL or hurt his knee. He got injured either way, and so he pulled out, and LeVar Johnson jumped in at this opportunity, even though he just got off of a fight with, who is the guy? He just got off a fight with Pat Barry. So he just got off a fight with Pat Barry, knocked Pat Barry out with that combination of uppercuts, and now he goes on to fight Struve, which is a lanky, long reach type of guy, very tall, but he's one of those guys who doesn't use his reach. So this is a perfect match for LeVar Johnson, I believe. LeVar Johnson is going to get in the inside, do what he does best, throw those overhand rights and those power uppercuts, and catch Struve against the cage, just like he caught Pat Barry against the cage. And your reach really isn't any good when someone is in the inside. It's always best in the when you're on the outside there. Not saying that you can't throw anything from the inside when you have long arms like that. It's just somewhat difficult. So I have LeVar Johnson winning this one by TKO in the second round. Okay, and then we have the next bout, which is Shane Del Rosario versus Stipe Miocic. If I chopped up his name, please forgive me. But anyway, these two guys, as they say, someone's O has got to go, and both of these guys are undefeated. Stipe Miocic has been on a great run. Rosario also on a great run. He's actually beat LeVar Johnson, which is he's also on the card also. So, with both of these guys going at it, I would have to say that, I'm a little bit more impressed with Rosario's. He comes off of, I think, 11 first round wins or stoppages. Like I said, one of them including LeVar Johnson. So I really kind of expect him to really do a lot of good things. So I think he's going to come in here and pretty much show what he's all about. He has heavy hands, decent jiu-jitsu. Miocic is a scrappy type of guy. But, it's going to be a tough fight between both of those. But in this one, I think Rosario is going to come out the winner. And I'm going to say he's going to win by TKO in the second round also. So let's go on to the next fight. Next fight would be Roy Nelson against Dave Herman. Roy Nelson, obviously, has been on a slump, as we shall say. His last fight was against Verdum, and it just didn't turn out right. He lost by unanimous decision. Then we have Dave Herman, who it looks like his last fight was against Stefan Struve, and he lost due to TKO punches. So both of these guys are coming off of a loss here, and one guy has a decent stand-up game as far as in Roy Nelson. We all know his ground game is great and excellent. Good jiu-jitsu player. He has a hell of a chin. Dave Herman, on the other hand, he has a great stand-up game. His ground game is a little in the introduction stage, I would say. So I would say that And also, too, I don't believe that he can stop Roy Nelson from taking him to the ground. And that has a lot to be said about a striker. To be, especially in mixed martial arts, to be an effective striker, you have to be an individual who can stop the takedown if you're going to strike. And most individuals are really good at that, like Chuck Liddell was great at it. There's a bunch of other fighters that are really, really good at the takedown defense. Rampage, excellent at it. And those guys are known for their striking because they can stop the takedown majority of the time. And Dave Herman can't stop the takedown of Roy Nelson. So I think this is really Roy Nelson's fight to lose. If Roy Nelson, throws in a couple of combinations and goes for the takedown, he should get it. He should get it and should be able to actually dominate the fight on the ground. And I see him winning this one by submission, taking Dave Herman onto the ground, and pretty much doing what he wants to do at will. So Roy Nelson is going to win this one in the third round by submission. Then we have Cain Velazquez versus Antonio Silva. This fight is a good fight for Cain to come back on because everyone has a big issue with when it comes to dealing with Antonio Silva, his hands, because they're so his body is just he's a big guy. I mean, his hands are huge, his feet are huge. Everything about the guy is huge and big. And if he hits you with those hands, not only are you going to go down, but you're definitely going to feel it. And not only that, his submission game is excellent, as most Brazilians jiu-jitsu are. And he's no different. His BJJ is excellent. But he just came off of a loss from Cormier, which, what happened is he just got caught up in a situation to where he was going against a wrestler. Wrestlers are really aggressive and explosive, and I believe that he just started off a little bit too late, and Cormier pretty much imposed his will. But that's not nothing to take away from Cormier, because Cormier is an excellent wrestler, and his stand-up game is really, really good as far as pressure-wise and mixed martial art. He's not a typical boxer because there's really no boxing in Cormier's in his stand-up. He's more of a brawler, I would say. There's no footwork involved, and that would stipulate that he's boxing. But that's beyond the point, and he just lost his fight against Cormier, and this is his comeback, because pretty much all the heavyweights got pushed over into the UFC, and I think they're going to dissolve the heavyweight division in Strikeforce. So Cain, as we all know, excellent wrestler, excellent stand-up game, really fast, really explosive, moves around a lot, and I think this one is really Velazquez's match to lose. He can pretty much, pick and choose where he wants to strike and not get caught by the slower man, which is Silva. Silva is the slower man in this fight. And then catch him with double legs and all type of wrestling moves, which seem to be somewhat the kryptonite of a jiu-jitsu player, which is the wrestling aspect. And Cain Velazquez is an excellent wrestler. So Cain Velazquez wins this one by ground and pound, I believe, in the third round. He's going to stand over the top of Silva and let it rain down punches and get back to where he needs to be, which is in title contention against a top player. I would love to see Daniel Cormier come in and those two go at it, even though I highly doubt it because those two guys are teammates. So let's go into the main event, which is Junior Dos Santos versus Frank Mir. As we all know, Junior Dos Santos was supposed to go against Alistair Overeem, but Alistair Overeem decided to overdose on testosterone and go 14-1, 14-1 in his in steroid use. So Frank Mir basically replaced Alistair Overeem while Alistair Overeem is suspended. So in this fight, both of these guys are dangerous. Everybody knows that Frank Mir is very dangerous on the ground. Probably one of the best heavyweight submission artists. He's just coming off of a big win off of Nogueira, breaking his shoulder, his arm, whatever. And then we have Dos Santos, this is his first title defense after winning against Cain Velazquez. So Cain Velazquez is an excellent stand-up guy. Frank Mir is an excellent ground guy. Who's going to win this one? Well, if it goes on the ground, Frank Mir is going to win. If it stays standing up, which I believe that it will, Junior Dos Santos is going to win. Why? Because I believe that Junior Dos Santos has one of those games that allows him to keep the fight standing up. His takedown defense is really good. When's the last time you've seen Junior Dos Santos being taken down? I haven't seen it in forever. You know, he's one of those guys who's really good at keeping the distance and knowing when to back out, when to come back in, back out, come back in. I would like to see him have a little bit more power in his punches, because that's what Frank Mir has. Frank Mir doesn't have the boxing skill as Junior Dos Santos does, but he does have the power where he hits you with a punch and you're going to go lights out. And we saw that when he went against Czech Congo. We saw it when he went against Crow Cop. I mean, when he hits you with a punch, you're going to go down. And that's one of the things about Frank Mir is in the stand-up game, is you just have to worry about that one hit quit, the dirty boxing type stuff. Junior Dos Santos has a more cleaner boxing style, which I love to watch, but he doesn't necessarily have the power to put individuals away. He'll bloody you up and beat your face in, and you won't be able to see out of both eyes, but he doesn't necessarily knock individuals out. Now, that can be said different from his fight against Cain Velazquez, where he did TKO him, which I think he just caught him in the right place. But he went against guys like Roy Nelson, where I believe he could have put him away, but he sat there and picked him apart and got the decision rather than go ahead and just laying bombs in him. But I think it's more of a precautionary tool rather than maybe he doesn't have the power. Who knows? But in this fight, Junior Dos Santos will go ahead and finish Frank Mir due to the ref stopping the fight of him getting pounded in the face over and over and over. And I see that happening in this fight. I don't see Frank Mir getting him onto the ground. But if he does get him on the ground, it's going to be a long, long, long night for Junior Dos Santos. So Junior Dos Santos winning this fight by stoppage, referee stoppage. And once again, guys, if you like my videos, please rate, comment, and subscribe as usual. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All the other stuff is in the description box below. See you guys on the review of UFC 146. Peace.